our international. I was working for Gillette. Them and we got cash for them. So I want to say, if we offered something else which really goes with that, we would have achieved more results. Maybe the entire team would have really gone behind that competition and achieved more, maybe 2-3 times of the volumes that we achieved. So that is the learning. That is how you need to have proper understanding of this behavior. Dual factor theory, again, Herzberg theory, very common thing. Then the motivation and hygiene factors, how things motivates in the workplace, and also when these hygiene factors are affected, how it goes the other way in a big way. And also then the expectancy theory. So how effort, performance and reward works with rewards and motivation, how with the team it works. So please surf and get more information. Put into your own company. Put into your last month performance. Put into your team's performance, and go through. So I want to spend a little bit more time on this to open up the discussion as well. I have mentioned the power of motivation. Can anyone tell me what is this photograph?
This is for Olympic.
Excuse me.
This is Olympic.
Olympic, yes, Olympics, yes, Olympics. Yes, this year Olympic women's 100 meters finals, right? I am sorry if you all are not sports fans. I am also not following much, right? But for my professional reasons, to get something, I watch this and also pick things. It's important to pick things. As I mentioned, you need to pick things fast. You know, this lady who has won this race, Thompson, she was not the favorite. She was not the favorite, and the other person, Fraser, she I think has won this event couple of times, and she did not have the Olympic record, but she was the fastest active person, the lady on earth. I mean, she was the queen. I can remember. I listened. I watched the situation live, and the commentator how he praised her, because it's like looking at Fraser also. It shows that she didn't have any pressure. She didn't have pressure at all looking at, because you need to watch these things to understand people and behavior and things like that. She didn't have pressure. She was so casual. And this is again need to analyze how that can positively affect you, how that can negatively help you, right? So this photograph is not after the finish of the game. This is about 10 meters before the finish. You can see Thompson celebrates. Here what I am trying to convince you is the power of motivation, right? She started celebrating, and usually in athletics there's a golden rule: till you cross the finish line, you should not even turn your head. Turning your head can take you back few seconds, especially in 100 meters. So going against that, she has started celebrating, right? And she had a world record and personal best. how I describe this situation, her motivation, her celebration really shot up his motivation and really helped her to run faster than what she could. So this is very important for a leader to understand this theory. How important to motivate, stay motivated. This is for you as well as to your team, right? You can see by looking at the face of other contenders also. I mean, and in the same way, I can explain how, if you are demotivated, how it affects you. You can see how Fraser looks, her expressions in her face, right? So why I am saying all these things for you, how you should behave in your workplace, what spirit you need to bring to your character. Usually when you work, right? You need to be motivated and you need to keep your people motivated. That is very, very important. So and also there's another, I don't know whether it has happened, but during my discussion with my team, I was just saying in terms of competing, Thompson actually did not beat Fraser till about maybe 80 meters. She was coming running with Fraser. Fraser was little ahead of her, but all of a sudden she attacked, right? This is, I am talking about salespeople, how the strategies you need to line up, right? So last 10 meters, so the champion didn't have time to react. So again, I also can think like that you are confused and the sudden demotivation coming in your way, you can't recover. You don't have time. Maybe if this happened, if Thompson tried to beat her at 50 meters, this wouldn't have been a different story. Maybe Fraser has time to react and re-energize herself and bring energy, because all these guys are aware of how mind works, how chemistry works with physics, how mind works, how it generates chemicals to make you faster than what you can, right? So they are aware, but how the way Thompson attacked her, planned her race, I don't know whether it happened or not. I have taken it like that. How she has planned the race. This is how I will teach my people how you should plan things, the way that your competitor will not have time to think and respond. Okay, so think about it. So this with the final slide, I wanted to talk about the motivation as a whole. We have 45 minutes more to discuss. If you have any questions, question and answers, and otherwise I can just run through certain lines and come up with the story which I told you that promised to tell you and all the stuff. So leading sales team is very, very important with motivation. When you say motivation, you should not only depend on motivation. There are so many other elements. You need to make use of everything. You need to have a proper study of your people, situation, business, and which level your business are in the market, whether it's the startup level, progressive level, dominating level, and depending on that, you need to motivate your people. And in leadership, in leadership, there are certain elements, prerequisites, the entry qualification, the passport that you need to have. The youngsters need to fill up those buckets now itself. Then you will have a better working environment, a better talent pool for the future, and also not only those attributes, but also how you should develop your personality, leadership personality, to make use of those attributes. Those are two main elements. How you should develop your personality to make use of your talents, skills, and all those attributes, and then you stay motivated, and you motivate your people sustainably to achieve goals of you, your team, and your company, and maybe as a society. So this is the formal finish of my presentation. Please ask questions.
Thank you for the session, sir. I just have one question. I'm Takshila.
Takshila.
Right. My question is, now you have discussed more into the local market, the local context. You have looked at and given a lot of good examples and all. And I'm not a competitor, by the way, for you. I'm just getting some, trying to get some strategies that you have, because I'm aware that CBL is very good at in the international market, export market as well. So what kind of strategies that you have really implemented to penetrate the markets? Because when at this moment, most of the even government to many resource persons, the organizations are supporting export companies to penetrate the markets, but in I would say almost all the situations, but they come up with the very generic, very common theories, or maybe the methodologies. I would say something like maybe you find a distributor, you go online, or maybe you talk to the embassies, like very generic, not into real life practical. Actually, to be very honest with you, we have gone into many markets. We are I'm from rubber industry. We are into 30 markets, 30 countries. I'm just trying to understand what kind of real strategies that you have used in terms of penetrating.
Yeah, thanks, Takshila. Actually, thanks for saying that. Yes, it's not a competition, but also most of these things are not. Not like that, because you can all common things we can share. Actually, I will start from when it goes to export market. I have handled it for about 4 years. So you don't have competitors, or rather like Sri Lankan trade competitions. Our approach should be my view. I also have worked, developed certain in market, basically little away from our subject, but in US and European markets. So in these markets, I don't know which markets basically you are looking. You need to select your market, Takshil, actually, depending on your capability and your pluses you need to collect. Because I was with the same organization, I was going for organic products. So my focus was on Europe and US, where the demand is coming up, and I was looking for niches. So the best thing is you find a niche. And you should have courage to, after finding niche, you should have courage to develop products, and rather than supplying raw materials, because then it's easy for you to be innovative. This may be not directly relevant and practical with your market, but just to explain, my approach was that we were looking at niches, but usually small timers, people like Sri Lanka, going from Sri Lanka, will not try to develop product. Looking at because then you don't have a competition. Otherwise, product from Sri Lanka going to another market, you have very limited promotional tools. You can't go, you can't advertise, very costly, and lot of restriction. But again, you select a niche and develop a product, and then you go for your network, because there are specific networks. As I mentioned again, I will repeat. I was going through the organic network. So then we were able to develop certain new products and find niches and develop new products. But those products, we didn't have competitors, right? Right? We didn't have competitors. Then upon that you can spread. Then you can get into generic markets, because your recognition in those markets will help you to switch into other markets also, because mostly is with the references it goes. That is one approach I can suggest, Takshila. I wonder whether I answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So I think I just wanted to find out whether I'm following the right strategy, because
that's great, Takshila.
We are actually following the same strategies. We actually don't export the raw materials. We do the finished products. And so for that, just wanted to find out whether I'm on the same page with you. So just wanted to understand a different opinion.
Actually, just to add a little bit, I mean, I think you need to have a collaboration with your teams to feel big, in those markets. Maybe those competitors, right? And the government and the agencies will come and should not think much about the branding and things like that, but the same what you are doing. Thanks. All the best, Takshila.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This is Aniston again. This is
yes, Aniston.
Apart from the presentation and all the stuff, my question is, how was the experience working for 23 years at the same company?
Good question. Actually, it's a very, young people like you I know you. You will question me, right? Because I work with a lot of young people, so they think differently. But for me, finally, I should say, not because of that I'm still working here. I'm very happy about because within this organization, I got different. It's like I'm working for about 5-6 companies. Every 4-5 years, I got different assignments, different challenges. Like I mentioned, I was working developing overseas business. Though I am a sales guy, I have worked as a GM also in a subsidiary, looking into all the stuff like finance, HR, and those things. Because of that, I think I am very happy, and the exposure I got, and also the culture. I think it's maybe very difficult to work with certain cultures, but but at the same time, I have to be fair and give right answer, right perspective to your answer. So young people, yes, it's very. I need to show you pluses and minuses both. So I had a lot of pluses thanks to our culture and our teams and our superior. I mean our owners and so on. It's very important to understand, always compare your talent and how best you can give that to your company, and the risk factors or opportunities, but when you are changing. Mostly main companies I have seen in Sri Lanka, not like in other countries. So our companies are taking care of especially workforce. As I mentioned, I have worked with a few other overseas. I have got myself exposed, and also I have read and things like that, spoken to people. Our companies, it's important to have your patience and learn and contribute and grow within those companies, have more benefits, I would say. This is my view. I have to tell you, this is my view. Another person will have a different view. My experience with my company will have a very higher degree of influence to my view. I have to be very frank. But I still believe growing with a good group is very much beneficial. Understand?
You know why I asked this question for you? There's a myth. I don't know whether you know or not. There's a myth or the talk in the sales, the culture. If you are working for a company, there should be 5 years. Within 5 years, you're
It's not clear. I understand. It's not clear to me. Please come again.
Hello, can you hear me now?
It's breaking. Come again, little louder.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah, there is a myth or talk in the sales culture. Whether I don't know whether you know or not. You should work for a company only for 5 years. So after 5 years, what will happen to you is your consistency and the performance will going down. Then company will start to change you or to replace you. Then you should change the company and do the rework again and again. So that's what I ask you, how you survive 23 years from the same company. As your sales director in CBL, obviously you more than me, you know lots about the sales and everything. So that's the question because lots of Mr. Upul, I have seen lots of people 42, 43, they were not really updated. They were really not updated in the market, in the technology and the economy of the world market, or something. That's the reason that they are fallen down.
Okay.
So
actually, you are bringing a lot of thoughts to the question, adding value to the question. Very good. Understand? Actually, it is not a myth also. It's not a myth also. It's a fact also. But it depends on you and your company. Again, how you, as you mentioned very correctly, sometimes when you stagnate in one place, you will not be challenged. Maybe due to different reasons. If you are staying there, that you are comfortable there, that